You're watching CBS 8 Mornings at 6.
Good morning to you on this Tuesday, April 1st. It's 6 a.m. I'm Eric Connert.
And I'm Chris Crow. Let's go straight to meteorologist Evan Arani here. We've been enjoying a little bit of a break in the sunshine, right? We were talking about some people actually prefer this.
Yeah, some people love the drizzle, the light rain, the breeze.
Mixes it up a little bit.
It's something different for sure. I mean, you can get out and enjoy it if you choose to. You can also bundle up, grab an extra blanket, a hot coffee, and enjoy the more winter-like weather that we're still contending with. A couple areas of green out there on satellite radar imagery. You can see where those are popping up right around Harbison Canyon. Aside from that, it actually seems that by the afternoon, we could move in the direction of a bit of sunshine. We're not saying a sunny day by any means, but there are some breaks in the clouds that are expected, and then some PM showers. We're also working with a lot more wind today than we were yesterday. So coming up, we're going to cover all of those bases: wind, cloud cover, rain, cooler temperatures. It's also something you can find on our extended weather forecast on our free streaming platform, CBS 8 Plus. You can download it on your smart TV, and there you can find not only our extended forecast, but our latest newscast on demand and plenty of exclusive content too. Back to you.
New this morning here, a woman is dead after falling from the U.S.-Mexico border wall in the Tijuana River Valley. It happened just after 11:30 last night near Dairy Mart Road and Clearwater Way. Another woman was taken to the hospital, but we don't know her condition. San Diego Fire Rescue tells us one woman was 20 years old, the other 30, but no word on which one of them passed away.
In just 1 hour, more than 4,000 healthcare, research, and technical workers at UC San Diego will hit the picket line.
This strike is also taking place at other UC campuses across the state. CBS 8's Regina Yerita live at the UC San Diego Jacobs Medical Center with more on what these workers are demanding here. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Chris and Eric. That's right. We're outside of the Jacob Medical Center here, where we're noticing more workers actually heading here to this patio area, starting to set up, as many of them will be hitting the picket lines today. But I actually want to bring in Chris, right, who is actually an infusion scheduling coordinator. And we've been talking to you for a couple hours now, and I actually talked to you beforehand, so we can definitely talk about how this is not the first time that you guys are hitting the picket lines. But describe why you're here today.
So we're here in solidarity of UPD, who's out here protesting for the unfair labor practices that the university continues to keep doing against us. They're dirty games, and we're tired of it. We're not going to stand for it. It's unlawful. So we're out here in solidarity with UPD, because basically what it boils down to is when you hurt one of us, you hurt all of us. And that's everybody at UC. When they hurt one of us, they hurt all of us and the patients.
I want to know a little bit more in your line of work, right, and how that's really affected some of the patients that you help out in your everyday work time.
Well, everyday work time is difficult. It's hard when we're short-staffed, and it's hard, it's hard to provide the patient care that we want to. But really right now, this is really about the UC and their serial law breaking that they keep doing to both unions, and they'll continue doing it. They're raising our health care premiums. They're doing everything that they can to and try to intimidate us from negotiating in good faith. And they try to do this to get us to back down, but we don't back down, and we're not going to back down.
Chris, thank you so much for talking to us. Obviously, these are just some of the concerns that they have. I actually want to show you guys what they've been doing this morning as they prepare, right? I know that they're going to have a rally later today, but I also want to actually talk about the statement that UC officials have actually explained. So they said that they've been working hard with both unions and have offered what they believe are strong proposals that recognize their important work. To date, these offers include competitive wage increases over the life of the contract, healthcare premium reductions for lower paid workers, and expanded sick leave and increased vacation use rights. But at this time, they continue to actually hit the picket lines. This is day one, but it seems like they have not been able to reach an agreement with UC officials. We'll continue to actually talk to some of the workers here all morning as they are preparing to hit the picket lines and actually hold a rally at around 11:30 this morning. For now, I'll send it back to you.
All right, thank you, Regina. New this morning, workers at Health and Human Services just started receiving layoff notices. U.S. Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. recently announced a plan to overhaul the department, which will result in up to 10,000 layoffs. The goal is to consolidate agencies into a new office called the Administration for a Healthy America.
Today, groups are set to rally in El Cajon after an ICE raid there last week. The general manager and 3 employees of San Diego Powder and Protective Coatings facing immigration charges. The manager charged with conspiracy to harbor aliens. That's the name of the charge. And the 3 workers are charged with presenting false documents to work at the company. Community and human rights organizations will speak out against the workplace raid today at noon near El Cajon City Hall. Right now, a final scramble is underway ahead of tomorrow's planned unveiling of President Donald Trump's sweeping new tariffs. It's unclear what they'll entail, with the White House saying he was still deciding as of yesterday.
Reciprocal. So whatever they charge us, we charge them, but we're being nicer than they were.
Previously announced 25% tariffs on imported vehicles are due to start on Thursday. Some international leaders are trying to mitigate impacts, and the U.S. Senate is expected to take up a resolution aimed at blocking the tariffs on Canadian goods. Meanwhile, some countries are preparing to retaliate. The European Union says they have a, quote, strong plan, and South Korea, China, and Japan say they're planning a joint response. Goldman Sachs says a recession is now more likely due to tariffs, but Trump and his allies promise a bright future with more domestic manufacturing.
And this morning, Rady Children's Hospital says its water supply is back to normal after a potentially deadly bacteria was detected in an inpatient unit. Experts say the bacteria causes Legionnaire's disease, a serious type of pneumonia, but it typically poses little risk to healthy individuals. The hospital tells us the entire water system was disinfected Sunday night, and all tests done yesterday for the bacteria were negative. And the Tijuana River Valley campground is set to reopen this morning despite concerns about the South Bay sewage crisis. It has been closed for more than a year after being flooded with cross-border sewage. Park rangers and Imperial Beach Mayor Paloma Aguirre have been calling for a delay. The county says it is committed to safety and that testing shows bacteria and chemical levels in the area meet federal and state standards. And starting today, you could receive up to $137 in credits on your April SDG&E bill. Most will likely receive between $56 to $81 on their electrical bill and $54 to $87 on your natural gas bill. That's because of the California Climate Credit, which is automatically added to bills every April and October.
This morning, there are still a handful of delays at the San Diego International Airport after the dense fog caused issues. According to FlightAware, there were about 322 delays yesterday, with 18 cancellations. The average delay for departing flights was 37 minutes. Southwest had the most delayed flights, with 124. Pilots having to deal with some rain out there, and then having the winds going to start kicking up here a little bit today, too?
Yeah, yesterday the wind advisory only applied to our mountains and deserts. Today it's everyone, the county as a whole. So windier, but it does also seem like we'll have fewer showers on hand than what we had yesterday, which is, I guess, a plus side depending on what you would more lean toward as, you know, suitable outdoor weather. 61 out there along the coast this afternoon. We're going to see slightly cooler temperatures inland. There are going to be some spots that don't even make it to 60 this afternoon and that are going to see their warmest temperatures come in the upper 50s. 49 out across the mountains with some PM showers, and then 68 out for the deserts today and tomorrow. Our chance for rain stays around 20, maybe 25%, and then jumps to nearly 50% by Thursday afternoon. That's going to be kind of the final round of showers for us. Between now and Thursday, there's the potential that we pick up on ½ an inch of additional rainfall, and then that chance for rain really starts to drop off as we get into the weekend with sunnier skies and drier conditions. So like I mentioned, I mean, our future models still show that by the end of the day, we could pick up on an additional 1/10 of an inch. Things are lighter up around Oceanside and Fallbrook. If we push from the end of the day today through Thursday, we see that those totals climb more substantially, and obviously closer to the mountains is where those accumulations are heaviest. That's very typical for us. It also could include a mixture of rain and snow toward our highest elevations. Wind speeds, I mean, look at Borrego Springs over the next hour or so, could be peaking around 60 to 70 miles per hour. And then as we get into this afternoon, it's our coastal and inland valleys that we start to see a real uptick in those winds. Fallbrook 30 miles per hour, Escondido 25, Del Mar 29. So it will be breezy out there as we get into the afternoon and evening stretch. Temperatures walking out the door right now, mostly in the upper 40s and low 50s. Let's check in on traffic. So far, things have been very quiet out there. We haven't seen any major crashes or collisions, aside from one that was on a surface street, and it looks like that's still what we're encountering this morning. This isn't on the 805 directly, but it's right off of it. Executive Drive at Town Center Drive, there's a crash. CHP is on scene, likely because this is right off of the freeway. But again, we right now don't see any major backups on the 805 or trying to get onto the 5 there. Let's check in on your border wait times this morning. It's a 75-minute wait at the San Ysidro Port of Entry. Otay Mesa Port of Entry, you're going to get across about 15 minutes faster. It should only take you about an hour in total.